Welcome back to My Record Road Trip. Today we are in Midtown Sacramento at Rocket Records. We're going to talk to the owner, Augie, and we're going to pick up some new music. So let's go check it out. Hello everybody, we're here at Rocket Records in Midtown Sacramento, and we're here with Augie, and he's going to give us a little tour of his shop. So let's go check it out.
Hey, come on, let's follow that guy. This is it, man. Midtown, Sacramento, homegrown.
Can you give us a tour of section by section of what you got going on in here?
Yeah, there's records, and there's records, and there's more records, and there's CDs, and there's all kinds of cool stuff. There's some cassettes, we're trying to get more. Pretty much kind of self-explanatory. There's something for everybody here. Whether you like rock, pop, classical, whatever it is, it's here. Just a little bit of something that everybody might like. We have a lot of really cool customers. That's one of them right there. We started the store in January of 2016 in West Sac. We did that for about 3 years. And then what happened was that we needed a better location. And I was very lucky to get this spot in Midtown. And it's been great. Foot traffic, some loyal customers. COVID was kind of crazy, but you know, we survived. Basically, it's a record store that I always wanted because I love records, but mostly like a record store I would go to. I went to a lot of record stores in my entire life. This is kind of based on a few record stores all over the place. I would travel for work for the state. That was my day job. Yeah, I would go record store shopping, thrift store shopping.
Sounds like me. I can't wait till I can retire and I can do that on the more often.
Yeah, it's fun.
So this is your very first shop. Well, the location was changed, but you...
This was the very first store I've ever owned myself. I worked in record stores since I was 19. I started working pretty much right after high school at a record store called Record Factory. That was 1981.
Oh, wow. And where was that at?
It was on 65th Street, Stockton, Florin area. I grew up in South Sac. Even before that, I was shopping at a record store on K Street called Records, owned by a guy named Ed Hartman. Later on, he became my mentor. I would hang out there. I helped him out for about 24 years. So in between all of that, I worked at Tower for about 6.5 years, 7 years. Went all over the place with Tower. Started out at the Tower Warehouse in West Sac. Moved to Tower Books at Florin. Moved to LA on Sunset.
Oh, nice.
So many stories there.
I bet.
I don't know if I can tell a lot of them here. We have customers. It's a family business. Came back to Sac because Tower was great. Fun experience. It was awesome, but they didn't pay very well. But yeah, I came back and I still have my friends at K Street. Started working for the state, had a family, but I always wanted a record store when I retired.
What made you just do it? When did you decide I'm going to go find a place and I'm going to start putting some inventory in it?
Well, I started when I was working for the state. I would travel. I did a lot of healthcare, consumer education programs, how to navigate the Medi-Cal system, the HMO system. But part of that was going to trade shows and going all over the state, doing conferences and that type of stuff. But when I would go record shopping. And at that point, 90s, all 90s, early 2000s, nobody was buying records.
Right.
So you could buy records for $1. I mean, there would be walls of records. I would bring home tons of records and my wife would say, "What the hell are you doing?" "I'm going to open up a record store when I grow up." And so when it was ready for me to retire, I was just done. I was at an age where I could retire early, young enough that I'm going to open that record store. Actually, she said, "Aren't you going to open up that record store?" I said, "Oh yeah, huh."
So you basically opened it with your own inventory, with your own personal collection.
Yeah, I opened up with 3,000 pieces.
Wow.
That's all the stuff that I would bring that my wife would say, "You're a hoarder, what are you doing?" Yeah, so when it was time to kind of do that, it was kind of scary.
Oh, I bet.
But, you know, here we are now.
Yeah.
Almost 10 years later.
10 years.
My mentor, Ed Hartman on K Street, was amazing. I would work summers, I would work weekends. He was just a good friend. He had this inventory that was crazy. If you look at the DJ Shadow album cover, the album cover is actually the store. He would go there and shop, go in there, and he got all his samples from there.
Oh, cool. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. You should actually check out this picture right here. That is me in the middle of K Street Records.
How old are you there?
I'm about 30.
Do not look 30.
And my friend Mark Cherry, my friend Phil Simpson, we all hung out, just had a really good time. He would just give me a stack of records. He says, "You want a price?" I said, "Yeah." Go through them. He'd go, $4.99, $5.99. I'm like, okay. Go $22.99 or whatever. Like, why? He'd open it up. He'd go, "See this label? Blah, blah, blah." Wow. I'm a label freak. So
There's no Discogs back then, so you had
no,
everything
you
just
had
in
to
your
know
head.
the stuff, yeah. And he had been in the trade since he was a young guy. Then he'd say, "Okay, go file." The ones I knew, I'd go first, and then I'd come back and go, "What's this?" He says, "Oh, that's jazz." "Really?" He goes, "Yeah." "That's so-and-so. That's Louis Prima, "Oh, that's classical, but it's not this kind of classical. It's that kind of classical." I would just like soak it all in. The other thing that's really kind of cool is when people come in and they go, "Hey, do you have such and such?" And I'll go, "No." I said, "Well, can you look it up in a computer?"
No.
And I said, "Yeah, it's right here." Like I said, I'm a big label freak, so I can tell you, somebody will come in and say, "Hey, I've got, a box of records of Beatles stuff. How much are they worth?" I'm like, I have to look at them. I have to see what it is, what condition they're in. Is it a purple? Is it a orange? Is it a black with rainbow? Is it an apple? It goes on and on and on. The other thing about having everything is that I like everything. A lot of stores have a lot of different inventory, but they focus on certain things. So there'll be a jazz thing or a really kind of a hard rock feel to it. I have a little bit of everything. I like a little bit of everything. But like the Mexican stuff, the Spanish stuff. A lot of people don't know it. I just came back from vacation. I was looking at records, and you go to their world section. It's like, oh, just because the guy has like a Spanish hat, they put it in the world section. Just because he has a cowboy hat, it's in the country. It doesn't really work that way.
Yeah.
You really kind of know your stuff. I'm really proud to be part of this community because we all know each other.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Everyone knows
Everybody
everyone.
here in Sac that has a record store, we all know each other. We've been around each other. I would say we support each other. If somebody doesn't have it, they might send somebody to me.
That's
or
nice.
Vice versa. We try to be cool because Sac is a small town.
I've even noticed, because I'm from Yuba City, the Yuba City people are friends with a lot of people in Sacramento. So it's not just a Sacramento thing. I think it's just a vinyl community thing where everyone, they want to help each other out.
Well, you also know the people that have grown up here. There's a deep history of records in Sacramento because Tower started here.
Yeah.
We just all walk around being record nerds. Audio nerd is called audio nerd for a reason.
Yeah. You've seen the rise and kind of the dip, and now we're, I think, on a rise again. What'd you say?
It's been on a rise for a few years.
Yeah.
And I think it's I'm not going to say plateauing, but everything depends on economy and all that stuff.
Right.
But people tend to really enjoy holding a record.
And now you're getting a lot of younger people
Yeah.
enjoying it also, which
Yeah.
I think is cool.
We have a listening station right over there. I don't know if you see it. I don't know how many times I've done tutorials on
How to use
a younger generation that will want to listen to something on record. Like, if you don't know, let me
Right.
know.
Yeah.
I will assist you. I'll tell you just the, ABCs.
That has to feel kind of good, though, to give someone their first experience doing that.
I think it's fun. People will come in very nostalgic. There's a generation that comes in and goes, "Oh my God, I used to have this. I used to have that."
Yeah, I've noticed I buy a lot of things, sometimes just out of nostalgia. Might not listen to it, but I remember seeing the cover, or I remember maybe my parents had it and it was sitting in their collection, and I'll just want that. I noticed you had a disco, Mickey's
Yeah.
disco. I'm gonna buy that because I had that when I was a kid, and I want it.
That's the other thing. I carry a lot of stuff that a lot of other stores won't carry because that's just not their thing. They don't want to take up space in their store with that kind of inventory. I will carry some oddball stuff because people have started to realize that I will carry some really obscure stuff, whether it's, sound effects or, I have a whole section called Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. The one thing I do want to focus on is that we have a couch. We have 2 couches. This is my wife's idea. My wife, Lisa, said if we are ever going to have a record store, we are going to have a sitting area because I've gone to every freaking store all over this country and there's no place to sit. She will just look at me like...
And you're digging, and she's
I'm
standing.
digging and she's like...
I've been there too.
Not fun. I get it, and it's not fun for me. It's like, go
Right.
Go find something. So she said, we're going to have couches for the people who don't give a crap. People just thank me all the time. Yeah, please let your loved ones go. And I've had people come in with their kids. Is it okay? I said, yeah, please. And it's not a big store, so we're not going to lose.
Right.
We're not going to lose your kid or
get
something.
lost. Nice. But if you do come, there are a couple places you can get some to drink, some to eat.
That's the best part about Midtown. Midtown has so many cool eateries and just places to shop. And that's what made this place really awesome for us, was that we wound up finding a spot that has a lot of places where people can go. One of my customers coined us the happiest place in Midtown.
It's a good moniker to have.
It's not bad. He was funny. He says, you should be the happiest place in Midtown. Like, can I say that? You can say anything.
Right.
If you look around, Midtown, it's not just really cool shops, but it's a neighborhood.
Right.
And this neighborhood is very, very supportive of small businesses. When COVID hit, I was scared. We had just moved here we opened up November of 2019.
Oh, geez. Talk about bad timing.
If we had stayed in West Sac, we wouldn't have survived. We were so lucky to have people come in and it's like, what can we do? I would open up, when we were allowed to by appointments, a couple of hours here and there. Then, it started to loosen up, please wear your masks, only 4 people at a time. That was the other thing with the rest of the stores. We all got together because we all knew each other. We all got together and had the same rules. When it was time to reopen, we all had the same signage. We all agreed to the same rules. So you couldn't go to another place and go, oh yeah, they let me in without a mask. No, they don't. That showed the community that we were in tune and together, that we showed support when they showed support.
Right.
Beyond the music, the music is what really kind of brings everybody together.
Are you involved in
We
Record Store Day?
do Record Store Day.
Are you going to do the Black
Friday? Yeah,
Okay.
we got the list and I have to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a line down the street. We don't open early. We aren't that crazy about it. There are other stores that open really early and there are people that wait in line like the night before. But I usually open around 12 like I normally do. If you want something here, you didn't get it at this other place. Yeah, they might have had 10 copies and you were 12th in line.
Right.
That you can come here and you will probably find it.
Well, that's good to know.
What do you got here? What's going on?
This is some Aztec art. We were talking earlier about my family. So we're from descendants of Aztecs. Got Quetzalcoatl here. And then he tried to do a play on the Mexican flag with the serpent and the eagle. And this is some Japanese koi fish.
Very cool. Somebody asked me why I called the record store Rocket Records. And I was thinking about Blue Monkey Records, but I found out on the internet that there were a lot of Blue Monkey records. I just like monkeys. But we're like, what can we call it? What can we call it? And I realized there's a rocket, and there's the symbol for the 45 adapter. I'm
nice.
Like, hey, I got a rocket already. Why don't we call it a rocket?
So you had this before?
I had this before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like the little digitized thing we got going on at the bottom, too.
Yeah, it gets pixelated, and then there's brush strokes, so you get the kind of juxtaposition of art.
I like it. So you initially started with your personal inventory, so now you obviously have personal at home still.
Yes.
How big has that gotten?
It doesn't seem to be getting any smaller.
Right.
I don't know how that happens.
And do you still find stuff here that you're like, I'm going to take
every
that
once
home?
in a while? I think you've seen every record in the world.
Right.
It's amazing how much stuff will come in. Like, oh my God, I didn't know this existed. This is really cool. All my records are cleaned. All my records are checked for condition. I price them accordingly. I try to be fair. Everything that goes out has had my eyeballs on it. And I take a lot of pride in that. Great record, bad cover, it's going to be priced down. Or maybe I'll hold it and maybe I'll get a better cover. I just try to pretty much have the best quality records out there. And if it's not great, but it's a good record and I think somebody's going to get it, I'll write something on there saying condition. And I will know what band it's on. Right, Brian?
Yep.
I'm going to turn the record over.
Turn it over.
I'm a sucker for colored vinyl. Colored vinyl is amazing.
And who are you playing right now?
This is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, which is one of our favorites. My son got me into this. He helps out and he's like, Dad, listen to this. I think you might like it. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good. Or Are you kidding? This is one that we've gravitated to. I am a sucker for colored vinyl.
I'm surprised because I found like a lot of older listeners don't like the colored vinyl.
This is true.
They say it's just a reason to make more records and
Yeah, I'm one of those
money.
suckers. Yeah, I have about 4 different copies of Amy Winehouse's Back in Black because it's on different colored vinyl. We got really cool stickers. We love stickers. If you look, there's all kinds of really cool stickers here from everywhere and every place that I will go. I will get stickers. Rockaway Records in LA. I used to live close by there. They used to have like some of the best dollar records ever. 1-2-3-4 Go Records in Oakland is really cool. This store over here is called Record City in San Diego, one of my favorite places to go when I used to travel and buy records. My store was a little bit kind of, what's the word? I like their store and I like the way it looked, so I made my store kind of a little bit like theirs. Inspired, thank you. Good word. I think I'll use that next time. But yeah, all kinds of really cool stuff. One of my other favorite stores is Jive Time in Seattle. Very small, very quaint. I like that store. I was inspired. We love stickers, so if you have stickers, bring them in. So let's put this where somebody will see it. We're gonna do that. That's okay.
cool.
Right under Elvis Costello.
Well, I want to thank you, Augie, for giving us a tour, show us around. Love this place. Love
Thanks.
you, and I think this is the happiest place in Sacramento. You seem like a very good guy, and I just want to come here and
appreciate
talk
it.
to you.
Well, yeah, thanks for coming. Rocket Records Midtown. It's actually called Rocket Records, but our socials is Rocket Records Midtown, Instagram, Facebook, blah blah blah.
All right.
We buy, sell, trade. We do it all. We love records.
And Record Store Day, remember, don't be here too early. Come a little later and get the...
Not too late.
yeah, not too late.
Thanks for coming by.
All right, well, thank you.
Thanks for highlighting the store. I really appreciate it. And your camera person is amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
Just a little shout out. She's smiling.
Someone might copy it. All right, ready? Yeah. Again, I want to thank Augie for letting us come in and take a look. And we did pick up some new records, as I learned. It's not on video, but it's a very interesting story. We got from my childhood, Mickey Mouse Disco. Had to have it. Can't wait to hear it, see if it brings back the same memories I had back then. We got Neutral Milk Hotel in the Airplane Over the Sea. We got Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, and we got the Strokes. Is this it? Or is this it? We got stickers and a button. You can't read it though. Stickers, many stickers. And I went crazy. I got 2 Melissa Etheridge CDs. One's the regular version and one's the deluxe version. And that was our haul for today. So again, I want to thank you for joining me on my latest stop on my record road trip. And I hope I see you again at the next stop. Peace.